Hello there, this is RomWills coming back at you with yet another video. Don't project your issues with women onto the next man. Don't project your issues. Now, this is very important because you get guys who will say, well, women don't want this type of man, women don't want this type of man. Like, you get plenty of guys who say women don't want a short man. Okay, but usually a guy is saying, and look, with that particular issue, you get plenty of women say, well, we want this, we want that. Yet, that next man, he might be short stature and yet getting women like crazy. And I've talked about that before. Or you get some guys saying, well, they don't want this type of man, they don't want this type of man, they don't want a big guy. And I talked about that last week in a car video. Yeah, but here's the thing though. You saying that because you don't get these women, so you assuming that next man doesn't get them. See, here's the thing. Every man is looking at somebody else. They projecting. They ain't saying, because they not doing something, they think everybody else is having a problem. You get some guys who will say, well, maybe some guys who might be on the spectrum, neurodivergent. And they'll say, well, I'm neurodivergent. They'll say, I'm this, I'm that. They'll say, that next guy ain't. But I've known some neurodivergent guys who have children, who've been married, who get multiple women. I've seen this all. Just because you having a problem, that's really within you. That's within you. That's not within the other guy. But see, what a lot of guys don't look at is within. And I'll talk about that looking within in my next sit-down video. But don't project it on the other guy, because you don't know. Do you know what that other guy is doing? Unless that other guy is coming up to you, telling you what's going on with him, you really don't know. Do you know what's happening? And shoot, I could say that with women as well. I remember there was a young lady I dated, a black woman. And she was very beautiful, but she was chocolate complexion. And we were in like this restaurant. And she looked at this other chocolate little girl and said, oh, she gonna have so many problems. It was like, how you know? You don't know that little girl. She didn't even know that little girl. And it could be whatever. It could be whatever. You could say, well, women don't like broke guys. Yet there's a broke guy who is getting women. No, what you're saying is they don't like you. And you want to see, here's psychologically, people don't want to think they're the only person going through something. And they don't want to look within. They want to say, well, because this person don't like you for whatever reason, it could be whatever reason. It could even be your racial background. It could be your racial background, your hairstyle, how you wearing your clothes. Yeah, and no matter, even when you find like what I would call, well, what psychologists would call confirmation bias, you still only talking about yourself. You don't know what's up with that other person. Because if you go out here and you interact, you can find plenty of people. And no, they're not exceptions to the rules either. Don't use that, because see, that's a problem too. People say, oh, that's an exception. No, you're still talking about yourself. You projecting what your issue is on the inside. See, it's not everybody else. See, it's like I always say, if you have 20 women who reject you, 20 women, the only thing those women had in common was you. That's the only thing. I don't care how much they looked alike. I don't care if they're the same race, same religion, same social class. And yeah, they got those things in common, but ultimately, they're individuals. Now, if 20 women reject a man, what was it about that man? See, he looking at everybody else. He say, oh, they don't like them. And even then, the issue you projecting onto these other men might not be the issue. That might not be the issue. Like a guy might reject a woman because of his physicality, whatever it is. Whatever it is. It might be his height, it might be his body build, It might be his facial features, and he'll assume it's that. No, they might be rejecting him for something else. If you talk to the women, they'll say something totally different. They'd be like, oh no, we thought he was handsome. We ain't have a problem with his body build. We ain't have a problem with his height, but he had an attitude. See, one of the problems too, when you projected your issues with women onto the next man, you're really not looking at yourself. You might think it's one thing, but if you talk to the women, it might be something else. It might be something else. Like, for example, a dude might think women are rejecting. They might think, oh, these women think I'm ugly, and they don't like ugly men. No, you got a badass attitude. You got a badass attitude. So you have to really look at yourself. You have to look at yourself, because you're not looking at everything. Because when people project, they not seeing everything, because then somebody else on the outside, they can look and they say, nah, it's this. It's that. You get some people thinking, oh, they don't like highly intelligent men. No, they love them. You're not as intelligent as you think you are, because you're not looking at yourself. What are you talking about? What are you getting into? That's what women are paying attention to, because you're not looking in the mirror. Like I said, I'll get into this more in my next sit-down one, right? Because what happens is somebody will look at themselves superficially. You know, they'll say whatever. And then because they going through it, they'll find something, or they will latch on to some random woman who's never met them will say, and they will be like, whatever. And I've seen that too. Because women will say whatever, because even when a woman will say, like, why is she rejecting someone? Like on that show, The Gift I Always Say to Keep on Giving, those balloon pop shows. Women will say one thing, but usually they not being honest. They'll say something, they'll say something little. It's like, oh, I don't like his shoes. Oh, I don't like that. No, they're just not attracted. Some of them are honest. Some of them are honest. Or they'll say something superficial. Or that something about to do remind them of something. It could be anything. See, understand something. If you're getting rejected, a lot of times it might not be for the reasons you getting rejected. The only thing you know for sure is you getting rejected. But for whatever the case, don't make any assumptions unless somebody has sat you down like a group of women have sat you down and said, this is it, this is it, this is it. Like I always say, if 20 women reject you, the only thing they had in common was you. Did you talk to like 5 of those women, and did they say the same thing? Because you could have whatever, but you ain't thinking about it. They could be rejecting you not even because of anything physical. It could be something in your personality that's getting on their nerves. It could be whatever. And see, that's what is important. That's what is important. But I'll get it more in, like I said, I'll get more into that in my sit-down video. But whatever the case, don't project your issues. Don't say, well, I'm this, so they don't want men like this. No, they just don't want you. You don't know what the case is. You don't know what those women want. You don't know what that other guy is bringing. So this is very important. Don't project your issues. Don't think, oh, this next man's going to have something. Don't go up to a next man and say, you're going to have problems because they don't want men like this. Because that other man's a different person any damn way. You don't know what's up, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for right now. I will get back with you. Peace and blessings.